What is good, my people? So I wanted to do a wrap-up video. Today is, what is the date today? The 25th of September, and I'm 1 day post-show Dubai Pro, hence the tan. And I want to do a little bit of a show day wrap-up, but not just the show day wrap-up in the sense of talking about the show itself, talking about my change of plans moving forward, because God, it's been an emotional roller coaster the last 24 hours. So anyone that's followed along on Instagram will know that I jumped into Dubai Pro last minute because I was in shape and I was very, very close to the classic weight cap. In doing so, I had to pull down extremely hard and run my body incredibly flat. And we did actually fill up really, really successfully, where we gained 4 kilos in the space of like 36 hours and got drier, leaner, fuller. And we got some amazing placings. I got top 3 in a classic lineup of I think 30 guys. And then in the 85 kilo bodybuilding class, we got 4th place as well. So a top 5 in 2 classes, which were, well, the most stacked classes I have ever seen. But there's a full, like obviously vlog coming, a videographer style, better than this, to the YouTube. So that will obviously talk you through all of the show day and give you more of an insight into show day. This video, I want to talk more about my plans moving forward because they have changed. So originally, I was going to be doing Dubai Pro this weekend, PCA Yorkshire. Then obviously, after travelling back to UK, I was flying to Milan to do the Amateur Olympia Milan and then flying back to do the PCA final. So it meant 4 back-to-back peaks. Yesterday was incredibly difficult, and it reminded me just how much show days and peak weeks and everything that comes with it takes it out of you and really takes it out of your body. So with that being said, I will no longer be competing in PCA this year, which is hard for me to say because I love competing in PCA. I really wanted to do well this year, and I think I could have probably pushed for the national title, to be quite honest with you. And I do genuinely believe I'd be up in the running for that. But this is where yesterday was a huge eye-opener for me, because the production of the show, like, to put it in perspective, it was the Olympia head judges, Bob Ciccarello, who calls out the Olympia people, the Olympia competitors, was calling out my name, like it was just a whole other level of experience. And this is like nothing against any other show, but it made me realise that the fulfilment of competing for me wasn't placing in terms of, oh, I won a show, or I could say I won a show. It was being part of something bigger. I'm not going to chase a pro card at the Amateur Milan, so to say, which will be my only other show of the year. But it's going to be for the experience and for the enjoyment aspect. There's a few other reasons why I'm doing this as well, and it's not because I think, I've looked at my physique and gone for, oh my God, I'm going to go and, to Amateur Olympia and get a pro card. I'm not doing it to chase a pro card. What I'm chasing this for is to bring my best physique to the stage. And like I said, it's hard for me to say that I'm not going to be competing at PCA, because I know I've got clients, I've got friends, I've got family who've actually already bought tickets, and I feel fucking awful, to be quite honest with you, but sometimes I've just got to do what is best for myself. From a health perspective as well, 4 back-to-back peaks was going to be incredibly stressful on my body. And, if I was going into PCA Yorkshire this week, it would mean I was going straight back into another peak week, which, would mean I've got to flatten my physique back out, drop the water off that I've put on post-show, get my body back to a low weight, to then recarb up, then dehydrate, and then do the same for Milan, same for finals. And speaking with Sass today, I had a good call with him, and we just think my physique would fade, doing this. Whereas if we give ourselves now 2 weeks, which is what we've got to Milan, it gives us time to pull off this water and then go into the next one at 100%. Because we've recognised already, from Friday when I weighed in for the Classic, where I had to suck down to weight cap to where I am now, I've gained 7 kilo in the space of 3 days. And when we put the pictures together, it's mind-blowing. I'm just a bigger version in the same condition and detail, maybe a little bit softer in the glutes, and I'm talking a touch, but that's probably just because of the additional 3 days of high carb that I've had to do to feed up. So we know that the pulling down of the body weight sacrificed the physique so much, and I'm glad I did it because I was the most conditioned on stage, and you'll see that in the show day video. But it sacrificed so much top line fullness, which I can't afford to lose. So for me, like I said, fulfillment comes from competing in big shows, not chasing placings, but bringing my best above anything, like bringing my best physique. And me trying to peak 4 back-to-back shows, I wouldn't have been able to bring my best. I would have been flattening myself back out and going through it all and putting my body on the line as well, which I don't want to be doing from a health perspective. So that is kind of where I'm up to. So now we can kind of think of a proper peaking plan, and essentially we have just under 2 weeks, should I say, so about 12 days until I hit the stage in Milan, which is a week on Saturday. When it's now Monday, obviously, the 22nd, did I say? No, 25th, 3 days out. So we've got until a week on Saturday. So this gives us now 2 to 3 days here to pull off that little bit of water that we've put on over the course of the carb up and post show, using diuretics, all that kind of business. Then I've got the opportunity now to literally have a full week where I can look at slowly regaining that fullness, getting myself to a point where I'm very, very bursting full, a little bit of lost condition, and then peak myself properly and bring the same level of condition, but I think we can do 5, 6, maybe even 7 kilo of fullness, which is going to be a ridiculous improvement of the look. And like I said, this is why I compete. I compete to be the best version of myself. I don't compete to win more trophies and get more placings. Like it's nice, we love it, but I don't get any gratification of looking the same. I don't get any fulfillment of winning a show that I think I know I could win, not in a big-headed way like a smaller regional. I feel like this is the right decision for me in terms of I don't care where I place. I'm going to Amateur Olympia just like I did with Dubai, with no expectations. I've probably picked the 2 hardest shows probably of the year in terms of amateur level standard. Milan is going to be just like the Dubai Pro was, but I don't care where I place, and I really do mean that. Like coming 4th yesterday in a bodybuilding class, 25 people deep, no one of UK nationality, all Iranian, like African, like just bubbly Middle Eastern people who carry ridiculous genetics and muscle bellies. Then first time in classic, placed in top 3 in a 30 people deep lineup. It was like pinch me sort of moment, and like that is still a great placing, but that gave me so much more fulfillment than winning a show against a lower quality standard. And that's just the way I am. I'm not doing it to chase wins, chase pro cards, say I've won a show. I'm doing it for myself and doing it to be the best I can be. So that's the kind of reasons as to why. But I wanted to do a video because God, it's wrecked my head. I came off stage yesterday and I was like, Liv, I don't think I can do 4 back-to-back shows. Like, after how difficult and how fucked my body felt yesterday and how fatigued it was, I was like, I just don't think I can do it. So I've obviously come to this decision, spoke to Sass, he completely agreed. He thought 4 in a row was reckless and my body would just tire, which it would have. And my health would have been in a very bad place too, which I never want to do. So yeah, that's going to be the plan of action. So I'm going to still be flying back to the UK on Thursday this week. I'm going to still go to Hull, which is going to be seeing clients compete. Still going to stay over. Still going to attend the British finals, just not as a competitor, just as a coach. And obviously, it'll allow me to be a little bit more present in the UK and spend time with friends and my family that I never get a chance to spend with as well, which will be nice. So the only show that I'm going to be doing now this year to conclude my 2023 season is Milan. So the Amateur Olympic in Milan, and again, like I said, I've picked the 2 hardest shows probably of the year, but I don't care. I want the experience of an Amateur Olympia. I wanted the experience of Dubai Pro. But above all, I want to give myself the opportunity to bring my best, and seeing how my physique has changed in the last 4 days since Friday, how much fullness I've gained, it just kind of makes me realise like I'd be selling myself short bringing a physique that's not my 100%, and I've not just grafted my arse off for 2 years to bring something that's not 100%. Like, nah, it just doesn't work like that for me. So yeah, I just want to apologise to clients, friends, family who potentially bought a ticket, who wanted to see me compete in the UK. I would have loved it too. I loved the thought of it, and that's one of the big aspects that was going to keep pushing me to do it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I've got to do stuff that's best for me, and you know what's best for my health, my physique, and my own competitive journey that I'm going to look back on. So you'll see the full Dubai vlog, but I wanted to do this as kind of a wrap up video first. But yeah, as a whole, overwhelming experience yesterday. Best show I've ever attended, the best venue, the best setup, the best backstage. It was just surreal. it was mad, and I can't wait to put the video out there to kind of show people just how crazy the whole production was. The bar just do it different. So such an overwhelming day. Woke up on absolute cloud nine, but this was just in the back of my head, and I just needed to get this video out to tell people what I'm doing, and that's the reasons behind it. I don't want to just say I'm pulling out of shows. I want to give a valid reason for it, because I think it's worth justifying. So I hope that all makes sense. Like I said, I really do apologise to clients if you bought tickets and stuff. It's just the way it is. But thank you for watching, whoever has watched the end, and please do keep your eyes peeled for the show day vlog, because I think it's going to be a very, very good one.